Well, RFK, they got you too. The censorship is real. Try to shut him up. He censored him. Now it feels bad when somebody try to shut you up, man. I wish somebody would try to shut me up. That's when I want to talk more. Yep, I said it. That's the name of my channel. You can't tell me to shut up. It's wrong. You can't, when you shut people up, man, and shut them out, it's just not right. You know, you can start some real problems telling grown adults they can't say what's on their mind. Because how far is this going to go? It's just wrong to censor people, you know? And especially when it gets all political, you don't want to hear. It makes you look weak when you censor people, when you shut people out. You can't say the things they want to say. It just proves that you don't have a strong enough argument, that you can't use your words, you know? It's wrong. So I want you guys to take a look at the CNN interview. I got a little clip here with the anchor from CNN and Robert F. Kennedy and his censorship issues, and how Biden is actually a worse threat to democracy than Trump.
When people talk about the threat to democracy that Trump poses, do you really think that is an equal evil to Biden?
I mean, listen, I can make the argument that President Biden is a much worse threat to democracy. And the reason for that is President Biden is the first candidate in history, the first president in history that has used the federal agencies to censor political speech, so to censor his opponent. I can say that because I just won a case in the Federal Court of Appeals and now before the Supreme Court. It shows that he started censoring not just me. 37 hours after he took the oath of office, he was censoring me. No president in the country has ever done that. The greatest threat to democracy is not somebody who questions election returns, but a president of the United States who used the power of his office to force the social media companies, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, to open a portal and give the access to that portal to the FBI, to the CIA, to the IRS, to CISA, to NIH, to censor his political critics. President Biden, for the first president in history, to use his power over the Secret Service to deny Secret Service protection to one of his political opponents. For political reasons, he's weaponizing the federal agencies. Those are really critical threats to democracy.
Donald Trump, of course.
Exactly right. I remember a fella by the name of Mark Zuckerberg, another fella by the name of Joe Rogan, having a long talk about how they handle censorship at Facebook. It was a very telling conversation. If you remember back just a little while ago, all these things are aging so well. About the Hunter Biden laptop story, how it was suppressed, so people couldn't get the information. How did they handle it?
How do you guys handle things when they're a big news item that's controversial? Like there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York Post.
Had that too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than Twitter. Basically the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant. So our protocol is different from Twitter's. What Twitter did is they said you can't share this at all. We didn't do that. What we do is we have, if something is reported to us as potentially misinformation, important misinformation, we also have this third-party fact-checking program because we don't want to be deciding what's true and false. And for I think it was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being determined whether it was false, the distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it. So you could still share it, you could still consume it.
So when you say the distribution is decreased,
it got shared.
How does that work?
It basically, the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less. So fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely...
By what percentage?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's meaningful. But basically a lot of people were still able to share it. We got a lot of complaints that was the case. Obviously this is hyper political issue. So depending on what side of the political spectrum, you either think we didn't censor it enough or censored it way too much. But we weren't sort of as black and white about it as Twitter. We just kind of thought, hey, look, if the FBI, which I still view as a legitimate institution in this country, it's a very professional law enforcement, they come to us and tell us that we need to be on guard about something, then I want to take that seriously.
Did they specifically say you need to be on guard about that story?
No, I don't remember if it was that specifically, but it basically fit the pattern.
Hard to forget all that stuff that went on. I ain't gonna never forget. It was terrible. They took everybody off of Twitter. I'm so glad Elon Musk bought it. Who knows what'll happen next, though, These people own these social media companies, man. They have political agendas. All right, that's just bottom line. But we, the people, actually have the power. We need to shift everything in a direction that works for us. Our big companies are already paid, man. They already done doing well. Now it's time for we, the people, to take control of our government. Until next time, guys, like, share, please, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification so you get all the new videos. Please don't forget to hit the bell notification. Until the next time, thank you.